Good morning, everyone. I am Dr. K. Pushpam, Assistant Professor in Sociology. Now we are discussing about the topic recruitment process. Before we are discussing recruitment process, we know what is recruitment. Recruitment forms the first stage in the process, which continues with selection and ceases with the placement of the candidate. It is the next step in the procurement function, the first being the manpower planning. Recruiting makes it possible to acquire the number and types of people necessary to ensure the continued operation of the organization. Recruiting is the discovering of potential applicants for actual or anticipated organizational vacancies. In other words, it is a linking activity bringing together those with jobs and those seeking jobs. As Yoder and others point out, recruitment is a process to discover the sources of manpower to meet the requirements of the staffing schedule and to employ effective measures for attracting that manpower in adequate numbers to facilitate effective selection of an efficient working force. Accordingly, the purpose of recruitment is to locate sources of manpower to meet job requirements and job specifications. Definition: recruitment is defined as a process to discover the sources of manpower to meet the requirements of the staffing schedule and employ effective measures for attracting that manpower in adequate numbers to facilitate effective selection of an efficient workforce. Edwin Flifo defined recruitment as the process of searching for prospective employees, stimulating them to apply for jobs in the organization. Those definitions can be analyzed by discussing the process of recruitment through the system approach. Sources of recruitment: before an organization activity begins recruiting applicants, it should consider the most likely source of the type of employee it needs. Some companies try to develop new sources while most only try to tackle the existing sources they have. These sources accordingly may be termed as internal and external sources. So, what is internal sources? Internal sources are the most obvious sources. These include personnel already on the payroll of an organization, that is, its present working force. Whenever any vacancy occurs, somebody from within the organization is upgraded, transferred, promoted, or sometimes demoted. This source also includes personnel who were once on the payroll of the company but who plan to return or whom the company would like to rehire, such as those on leave of absence, those who quit voluntarily, or those on production layoffs. Merits of the internal sources: it improves the morale of the employees, for they are assured of the fact that they would be preferred over outsiders when vacancies occur. The employer is in a better position to evaluate those presently employed, those outside candidates. This is because the company maintains a record of the progress, experience, and service of its employees. It promotes loyalty among the employees, for it gives them a sense of job security and opportunities for advancement. As the person in the employment of the company are fully aware of and well acquainted with its policies and know its operating procedures. They require little training, and the chances are that they would stay longer in the employment of the organization than a new outsider would. They are tired people and can therefore be relied upon. It is less costly than going outside to recruit. Demerits of the internal sources. It is often leads to inbreeding and discourages new blood from entering an organization. There are possibilities that internal sources may dry up and it may be difficult to find the requisite personnel from within an organization. Since the learner does not know more than the lecturer, no innovations worth the name can be made. Therefore, on jobs which require original thinking, such as advertising, style designing, and basic research, this practice is not allowed. As promotion is based on seniority, the danger is that really capable hands may not be chosen. The likes and dislikes of the management may also play an important role in the selection of personnel. This source is used by many organizations, but a surprisingly large number ignore this source, especially for middle management jobs. In other words, this resource is the load that is rarely mind. It is not only reasonable but wise to use this source if the vacancies to be filled are within the capacity of the present employees. If adequate employee records have been maintained and if opportunities are provided in advance for them to prepare themselves for promotions from blue collar to white collar jobs. External sources. These sources lie outside the organization. They usually include new entrants to the labor force, that is young, mostly inexperienced potential employees, the college students, technical school students, the unemployed with a wide range of skills and abilities, retired experienced persons such as mechanics, mechanists, welders, accountants, salesmen. Others not in the labor force such as married women and persons from minority groups. Merits. External sources provide the requisite type of personnel for an organization having skill, training, and education up to the required standard. Since persons are recruited from a large market, the best selection can be made without any distinction of caste, sex, or color. In the long run, this source proves economical because potential employees do not need extra training for their jobs. Demerit. However, the system suffers from what is called brain drain, especially with when experienced persons are raided or hunted by sister concerns. So this picture for example for the recruitment advertisement. Thank you.